Alex and her friend were in the woods recording a video for TikTok when they captured something odd. If you watch closely, behind a tree to the girl's right, something slides from one side of the trunk to the other. No one knows if it's just a trick of the light or something stranger, like a ghost or some kind of creature. It was a quiet night when a man took his dog out for a walk. The streets were empty, silent, until something caught his eye. A figure in a white dress was walking down the road. He pulled out his phone and began filming, but it was his dog's reaction that sent a chill down his spine. It wasn't barking, it was whimpering, like it sensed something wasn't right. And the fact that this happened in the dead of night in a remote corner of the village, that only makes it more unsettling. So who or what was she? In July 2016, a friend's motion-activated camera captured a strange photo on a rural property in Virginia. Although it was daylight and other photos taken before and after were in color, this particular image appeared in black and white. The nearest neighbors lived about 2 miles away and were elderly, and the closest town was a 45-minute drive. No other cameras in the area recorded the woman seen in the photo. A camera overlooking the pool detected no one swimming, ruling out the idea that it was someone skinny dipping. The unexplained photo continues to creep them out. While hiking through a dense forest, a hiker noticed something or someone in the distance. In the dim footage, a tall, human-like figure stands between the trees, its head and arms barely visible, snapping branches. Then suddenly, a loud, primal whoop echoes through the woods. The figure shifts and disappears into the trees. Spooked, the hiker quickly left the area, and whatever was out there remains a mystery. In August 2010, while hiking through the woods, this man noticed something terrifying. At first, he was just filming the calm, quiet forest, but then he spotted something off. Zooming in, the footage reveals a tall, faceless figure standing eerily still among the trees. Panicked, he turns and runs, but the figure shows up again, closer this time. He bolts deeper into the woods, heart pounding, and when he dares to glance back, it's still there. Could this have been a cruel prank, or was he in the wrong place at the wrong time and caught something truly sinister on camera? Finn Brenton went camping with a friend on September 2nd, 2023 in Freetown State Forest, Massachusetts, a place known for dark legends and satanic rituals. Since camping was prohibited, they set up a camp in secret. As night fell, strange sounds echoed through the trees. Too scared to investigate, they stayed inside, uneasy and sleepless. By morning, they hoped daylight would bring comfort, but the creepy noises continued.
What is that?
What is making that sound?
It sounds like a Okay, it got a little bit creepier because now we have this on top, so you really cannot see out of the tent. Bro, why does it sound like someone is crying. I'm out. I don't know what to do because I'm not doing that.
Fear took over. They packed in a rush and left the forest behind, shaken and certain they'd never step foot there again. During a family get-together in Mexico, this happy photo was captured, meant to hold warm memories forever. But when it was sent to a relative in the States, something strange showed up in the background. An unfamiliar figure no one at the gathering had noticed. Nobody recognized this person. And now the photo carries a strange, unsettling mystery. Who or what was there, quietly watching during a moment that was meant just for family? Kevin, a solo camper from the Small Plots channel, picked a rainy November night to camp in the ruins of a forgotten hotel near the edge of a city. Vines had swallowed the building, and barely anyone ever passed by. It was supposed to be peaceful.
Pretty chill night. Listening to the rain coming and going. It's kind of like on for 5 minutes, off for 2, on for 5, off for 2. Really sweet place to camp, honestly. I don't know, sit here and listen. I can hear, they sound like crickets, but I think they're toads. Or possibly tree frogs, although it's a little late in the season for tree frogs. It's early November here.
At first, it was just the sound of frogs and rain tapping on his tarp. But as night fell, the vibe shifted. The rain started getting into his tent, temperatures dropped, and things began to get uncomfortable. Then something darted past his tent.
It's gotta be a rain alarm for the airport right over there. I've heard that before when I've been camping in the vicinity while it was raining. And they're like, oh God! Something just ran by the tent. It was the lights in my eyes, I couldn't see anything. Had to have been a deer. Whew! I saw like movement and this lights in my eyes. It must have come like right down a hill here and ran across. Oh man. Oh man.
It was fast, too quiet for a deer. He never saw what it was, but it made him feel uneasy. And just like that, the calm was gone. In a crowded park, a man put his head between the twisted branches of a tree, thinking it would make a funny photo. But that was a mistake. He couldn't free himself, and the branches were too strong to break by hand. His head was wedged so tightly between two bent limbs that he couldn't move an inch. People stood around confused, unsure how he even managed to trap himself like that. The only way out was to cut the branches with a saw. Until then, the forest owned him. A Reddit user stumbled upon something strange deep in a forest near their home. What looked like a human-shaped figure wrapped tightly in layers of brown tape. They were too spooked to get close. The strange dummy sparked a wave of speculation online, with theories ranging from a rescued training prop or discarded mannequin to something far more unsettling, like a real body. Whatever it is, it's a weird thing to leave behind in the woods. A camper was exploring the oldest section of the Alpine, Utah cemetery when he captured this. At first, they considered deleting the photos, but their mother noticed something unusual. In one of the shots, there is a distinct, ghostly figure of a woman looking downward, and what looks like a child peeking from behind her dress. This camper captured two ghosts in one shot. For over 2 weeks, 27-year-old Tiffany Slatton was missing in the Sierra Nevada during a brutal blizzard. Her last known sighting was at a convenience store on April 24th. After her parents reported her missing, a full-scale search covered 600 square miles. She was considered lost for 16 days before being found dehydrated but safe in a remote cabin near Lake Edison by the resort owner, who had left it unlocked for emergencies. Slatton had no idea how long she'd been lost or that anyone was looking. She was hospitalized for observation, but her survival stunned everyone, including her family, who had feared the worst. Tommy Dial set out to find a forgotten fire lookout in Oklahoma. What should have been a peaceful off-grid trip quickly turned tense. Roads were blocked, trees had fallen, the trail was more brutal than expected. After hours of struggle, they finally reached the tower and explored some nearby ruins. Later, he found a camping spot a little further away. That night, far from civilization, this happened.
Now that sounded like a really good plan. When we laid down to go to sleep, it was approaching 10 o'clock, and I was looking forward to it because we had had such a long day. For some reason, I just had a really interesting feeling in my stomach, and I couldn't fall asleep no matter what. So while Sarah and Levi were sound asleep, I laid there for hours. And at around 12:07, something odd happened. I heard a car come flying down the road and into the parking lot where we parked so we could set up camp, and we were the only ones parked there. Kinda strange. Now at first, I was just thinking, maybe this is just some kids being kids. No big deal, right? Well, then the car slammed into a tree and took off speeding the other direction before eventually coming to a stop about 50 yards from our tent. And this big dude gets out of the car. He was clearly drunk out of his mind and had no idea what he was doing. And at this point, I got out of the tent and just sat in the darkness and kept my eye on him, because last thing I wanted was him to come stumbling over to where we were. I even called the park rangers. They said that they would send somebody out, but they never did.
He quietly called the park rangers and waited in the dark for hours, watching the man's every move. Then the man disappeared from view, and the silence felt heavier than before. They decided to pack up their stuff and leave, but then this happened.
Keep recording.
Where? Oh, heck no.
The same man was standing in front of their truck. Tommy kept driving, called the rangers again, and the man got picked up. While out hiking, this man took a short break and decided to eat something. As he grabbed his food from his backpack, he accidentally captured this.
Oh, well. Yeah, did you see the big tree break over there? It was a good snap.
In the top right corner of the frame, something or someone can be seen. It's dark, solid, and its posture doesn't quite match anything natural. More unsettling, it seemed to move, suggesting it wasn't just a tree. Unfortunately, the man didn't notice it in real time, so he never turned the camera for a closer look. Whatever was out there remains a mystery. YouTuber Ben Bauer set out to explore an abandoned building near a desolate cemetery, this time joined by his girlfriend. As they made their way through the decaying structure, they heard this.
Dad. Hello? Back it down.
Why?
Hello? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, that's flying around. Fuck. Okay. It sounded like someone was walking closer to us. I shit you not, the camera would have picked up the audio. Didn't you hear it?
Yeah.
It sounded like someone was creeping up, like tippy-toeing on the wood. Oh, fuck.
I'm scared.
Yeah, no, what the fuck? I really
It
don't.
wouldn't be a cow.
No, fuck.
Hmm?
Fuck no. Why do I just feel like this looks different? That's a cow?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Kinda sounds like someone done it. What the fuck, babe?
Are we just going? Are we?
No, just what the fuck was that? That was loud as shit.
I know.
Babe.
Do we just investigate at the cemetery? And what?
Babe.
Babe, I'm scared.
Oh!
What?
Holy fuck, there's someone walking around in there.
Come on, let's go.
No, there's someone. Show yourself.
No.
Footsteps. Holy fuck, dude! Holy shit! Babe! Babe! Come here! Come here!
No.
Come here!
Babe, please, can we just go?
Did you hear it?
Yes.
Holy fuck!
Come on.
Holy fucking shit!
Babe, come on, please.
Oh my god! I want to know what it is!
No.
I said, show yourself. Boom, boom. Fucking walking towards us. You want to go?
Yes. I'm
That's
sorry.
insane. No, that's insane. There's something in there, man.
The sound sent chills down their spines. They were convinced someone or something was out there, moving in the dark. Too shaken to continue, they made the call. It was time to get out. A man was exploring the abandoned Cherokee Heritage Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma. The site once housed the Cherokee Female Seminary, a boarding school for girls that burnt down in 1887. While looking around the old buildings, he heard something strange.
What the?
After moving to Indian territory, Cherokee Nation set aside 1 acre of ground for ancient church congregation. Moravians, Baptists.
Dude, that's so creepy. Why is this?
A recorded message was playing inside. He peered through a window and caught something bizarre on camera.
Dude, that scared me. I was like, there's someone in there.
At Mount Zion Church, where I pastor, we conduct our services in both languages, Cherokee and English. And when we have a completely Cherokee audience.
A white figure seemed to glide past an old stove, then vanish. Some believe it was the ghost of a girl from the seminary. While camping, someone found something disturbing near his tent. It was a parasite called a horsehair worm, slithering out of a cricket. These worms live inside bugs, feeding off their blood until they grow large enough to take control. When the time's right, they mess with the insect's brain, forcing it to leap into water so the worm can finally escape. The camper was both fascinated and creeped out by the zombie cricket, and made sure his tent was zipped tight for the night. While driving down a dark back road flanked by cornfields, a paranormal team set out to make contact with spirits. The team, led by Thiago Furacao, tried reaching out to whatever might be lurking. As they drove, they came across something terrifying.
Você está vendo?
Ei!
Ei! É você que estava se comunicando comigo?
Você tá vendo?
Tô vendo?
Eu não tô louco não, né? Você precisa de ajuda?
A mysterious man stood motionless on the side of the road, holding a scythe. Thiago stepped out, cautiously approaching, but as he got closer, the figure shifted.
Eu não vou descer não, amor. Vem aqui. Tiago. Tiago, vem aqui. Tiago! Ai, meu Deus!
Startled, Thiago bolted back to the car. When they turned the camera around, the man was gone. Did Thiago's team stage the entire thing, or did they truly come face to face with something disturbing in that remote stretch of road? While hiking late at night, this person noticed something strange in the sky.
No, that's something on the interstate.
Smoke coming out of it.
What the hell is that?
There's a freaking smoke ring around it.
What is that? I don't know. What is that?
Freaking UFO. Look at that thing.
What is that? I'm videoing it.
It just shot out of smoke.
It just shot out of a smoke ring. Well, I saw it over here, and I was like, man,
SpaceX thing?
those clouds are moving weird, and then it...
A bright blue orb. At first glance, it looked like the moon, but then, out of nowhere, it released a perfectly shaped smoke ring. A lot of folks who saw the video are convinced it was a UFO. So, could there be a logical explanation, or did they really witness a UFO? While hiking at Lone Peak Mountain, this person noticed something unusual moving in the distance. Despite the foggy weather and poor visibility, they spotted a figure climbing the slope, moving with an eerie, almost effortless stride. At first, the hiker assumed it was just another person on the trail, but the more they looked, the less it made sense. The figure appeared too large, its movements too fluid, almost unnatural for the steep terrain. They couldn't get closer or follow it, and only managed to record a short clip. Given that Lone Peak has a local history steeped in Bigfoot sightings, the hiker couldn't help but wonder, was it really Bigfoot, or just a trick of the eye? A guy was driving home late one night and decided to take a shortcut through the woods. That's when he saw this. A girl standing completely still on the side of the road, dressed in white. Her long dark hair hung over her face, her hands clasped in front of her, head bowed low. She didn't move, didn't look up, just stood there. Uneasy, but unsure, he kept driving, yet the image haunted him. Who was she? Why was she there, alone, so deep into the night? Some believe it was a spirit, an apparition tied to a local legend. Others think it was just a twisted prank. Or maybe it was someone struggling, lost in their own world. No one knows for sure, but one thing's certain, he never took that shortcut again. On January 28th, Johnny Paranormal entered Japan's infamous Aokigahara forest, known for its haunting atmosphere and tragic history. His goal wasn't ghost hunting, but to capture the forest's heavy mood. Shortly after straying from the marked path, he spotted something chilling.
Where are you going?
Where is he still running? He's up in there.
A lone man running between the trees, without any visible hiking gear or trail markers. Highly unusual in such a remote and dangerous part of the forest. Johnny called out, but the man didn't stop. He only ran faster, disappearing into the woods. Johnny cautiously followed for a short time, hoping to help or at least understand what was going on. but the man vanished.
Oh, there you go. That's him. He just took off. Running. He was just sitting down there. He's gone. He's like a fair way away now. Right there, you've got someone who's going to commit suicide. I've just got this chill. He's another full-grown man running away from another man. I don't have much light left. I'm gonna have to go in there and see what he's doing. I mean, if he keeps running away, but he legged it. He was tripping over shit. He smashed his legs up all along there. I'm not that much of a scary person, but right there you've got. He's only got a backpack. I'm gonna go try to find this guy.
Concerned, Johnny decided to leave and notify authorities, unsure of the man's intentions or his state of mind. Was this a lost hiker, someone trying to avoid being seen? Or, more disturbingly, was this man planning something dark in a forest known for just that? No one ever followed up to confirm who the man was. And whatever his story may have been, it remains unknown. Back in 2014, a camper was hiking through a deep, quiet forest miles from anything normal. Suddenly, they spotted an old, blocked stone tunnel up ahead, but it was something else that made them freeze.
Ah, konnichiwa.
A person in a white shirt, just sitting on top of it, facing into the tunnel like they were waiting for something. It was hard enough to even reach that spot, so seeing anyone there was bizarre, especially someone in white sitting perfectly still, staring into nothing. The camper didn't stick around. They backed off and ran. Queedy, a YouTuber from Nebraska, is known for truck camping in tough weather. But this time, he tried something different.
Well, y'all, welcome back. So I'm out here on another adventure, and tonight we are out at an abandoned house, and this is out in the country. It's been abandoned for a while, as you can see. Sun's just starting to go down. Probably got an hour of light left. There's a couple other buildings out here that are falling over. One there too. Check that out. There's an old windmill tower. I was kind of hoping to stay on a covered porch, but the one in front looks like it's collapsed. Oh, there's a door there.
He started exploring the inside.
This house was built in like 1925, and it hasn't been occupied since sometime in the 1980s. So it's been empty, I think, as long as I've been alive, or roughly there. And then the closet under the stairs. Well, at least I know there's no people under that set of steps. Little elevated closet there, it looks like. What is that? An old Christmas decoration. Well, do we risk walking up the steps? Considering, I think we'll give it a whirl.
It had been a long time since anyone had been down there. He went downstairs and set up his bed. As darkness fell, strange things started happening.
There's something up there. There's definitely something up there. Get! I can hear it walking around, whatever it is. Probably a raccoon. There's definitely something upstairs right now. I haven't even cooked dinner yet, and once I do dinner, I'll have to bag that up. Bag up my leftovers or my food bag, and I'm gonna toss that outside as far as I can. Got our bear spray. I don't have to spray anything, but
He later spotted a mouse, but whatever he heard definitely sounded bigger. Maybe it was just the wind, maybe it was just an animal, or maybe it was another person, or even a ghost. While hiking the Great Smoky Mountains, a YouTuber caught a wild sound echoing through the trees. It was loud, deep, and weirdly mechanical. As he kept walking, the sound came again. Some people online were convinced it was something mysterious. Others said it was probably just a bull elk. Which is probably true. But if you didn't know any better, hearing that sound in the middle of nowhere, it'd shake you to your bones. This grainy photo was reportedly found in an old antique shop near the woods by a hiker who happened to drive by. The photo immediately grabbed the hiker's attention. It shows a hooded figure slumped in a crypt, supposedly taken inside St. Weston's Church in Repton, England. The church has long been linked to monk-like ghost sightings, and some locals believe the photo shows one of them, maybe even tied to an old legend about a secret tunnel and a haunted monk. But no one knows who took it or when. Whether it's real or just a clever trick, the eerie image continues to stir questions no one can answer. These friends went exploring an abandoned water treatment plant standing forgotten near Highland Park. They investigated the area for a bit, and then actually started climbing the tower. While they were up there, this happened.
Oh, the app's right here, bro.
Yeah, we're fried. We're fried. We're for show fried.
Let's just explain it to them, bro.
Just stay here. They kept moving. They kept going, bro. They didn't even see us.
Let's get down.
Hold on. Yeah.
Go, let's go.
What the fuck?
Bro, hurry.
Yeah, they're going slow now.
Oh.
And they're turning.
Oh.
They're right there.
Where?
They're right there.
Should we go left? Go left?
Like
here?
Yeah, go deeper in. That's gonna be a crazy clip. Go inside.
We were fucking cooked, bro.
I think they're coming. I think they are coming.
Scared they might get caught, they hid inside a nearby building. That's when they realized how big the place really was.
Whoa, dude, this is insane. Look in here.
It smells like fucking ass.
Look in here. Watch out for holes, bro. Just.
That shit made my heart drop. That was crazy.
Just keep watching.
The fact that I was so high up already, bro.
Bro, I don't know. Like, I think they saw us, but like.
They didn't care? No way they didn't care.
Either that or they can't do anything because we're in Island Park jurisdiction.
Yeah, I peeped that too.
The scare ended up pushing them to explore more than they had planned, without getting into trouble. Charles, a YouTuber known for Son of a Bear, was spending the summer off-grid in the Blue Ridge Mountains, living in a tent on a sprawling 100-acre property. Life was peaceful, but on July 18th, things took a dark turn. While out exploring, he suddenly heard this.
And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh? I think it's time to go.
A gut-wrenching scream. He bolted back, heart pounding. The land was private, so who or what was out there? He told the owner, but no one had answers. To this day, the scream remains a mystery. And for more chills, this next video is waiting for you.